Ladies and gentlemen, good day and welcome to Crizac Ltd Q1FY26 Result Update Conference Call hosted by Equirius Securities Private Limited. As a reminder, all participants' lines will be in listen-only mode and there will be an opportunity for you to ask questions after the presentation concludes. Should you need assistance during this conference call, please signal an operator by pressing star then 0 on your touchtone phone. Please note that this conference is being recorded. I now hand the conference over to Mr. Samarth Patel from Equirius Securities Private Limited. Thank you and over to you, sir.
Hi, good afternoon everyone and welcome to Crizac's Q1FY26 earnings conference call. We have with us Dr. Vikas Agarwal, Chairman and Managing Director of the company, Mr. Manish Agarwal, Chief Financial Officer of the company, and Mr. Christopher Nagel, Chief Executive Officer of Crizac Ltd. Vikas sir, if you can start by giving your overview on the 1QFY26 performance as well as outlook for FY26 and beyond, and then we will open up for Q&A. Over to you, Vikas sir.
Sure. In the quarter one, company made a revenue of 209.53 CR. Our cost of services was 64% of the revenue, which is equivalent to 134.38 CR compared to 101 CR last year, quarter-on-quarter basis, which leads to a EBITDA of 60.47 CR, which is 28% of our revenue. The PAT is 45.81 CR, which is 10% above last year. Last year we did 41.5 CR, which is 45.81 CR is equivalent to 21% of PAT. In terms of operational data, company had 20% growth on quarter-on-quarter basis compared to last year. In the number of applications processed. This quarter we processed 110,000 applications compared to 65,000 processed in the first quarter of 2024. Overall, we also saw an increase in total number of agents joining our platform and registering at the platform as well. These are key metrics which is there for quarter one of FY26. Samarth, over to you.
Yeah, we can open up for the questions now.
Thank you. We will now begin the question and answer session. Anyone who wishes to ask a question may press star and 1 on their touchtone telephone. If you wish to remove yourself from the question queue, you may press star and 2. Participants are requested to use handsets while asking a question. Ladies and gentlemen, we will wait for a moment while the question queue assembles. The first question is from the line of Vivan Saxena, an individual investor. Please go ahead.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, Vivan.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay. So my question is about Crizac Limited. First of all, I'm very exciting to say that I'm individual investors. So my question is from the AI perspectives, what AI techs are you looking to invest in? What AI technologies you guys are looking to invest in the
sure.
AI field?
We have a very sophisticated electronic platform, digital platform what we use, and as AI is becoming more and more mature, we are trying to add the same on our platform, which will be used for interview and application assessment and processing. we haven't used too much of AI as of today. We are developing the tech and everything. And as and when things will become more mature, we'll be using those ones. And the AI will be used to improve the productivity of the employees and helping them with in their day-to-day working.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mihir Manmohar from Carelian Asset Manager. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Thanks for giving the opportunity. Am I audible?
Yes, Mihir.
Yeah, sure. First of all, congratulations are on great set of numbers. Quite good growth. I mean, 30% revenue, 18% EBITDA, and also on the application side, when we see very strong growth in number of applications being processed. Sir, I wanted to understand the number of enrollments. What was the number of enrollments for 1Q26 versus 1Q FY25? Some color around that?
Mihir, we do not disclose the students' numbers because those are sensitive data and has not even been disclosed in SAP. But it is in line with the number of application processed. So the ratio remains consistent like last quarter.
Okay, so number of enrollments is also 50% growth?
No, number of enrollments because applications get submitted 6 to 9 months in advance. So growth in application may or may not relate exactly to the number of enrollment. Number of enrollment growth would be...
it will be more in line of revenue from operation. So there is a 29% growth in the revenue from operation. That means the number of students enrolled has also grown by 29%.
Okay, perfect. Understood, sir. Makes sense, clear. Second thing was just on US. I mean, now with this Donald Trump especially getting more and more aggressive, especially on the diplomatic side, it seems to be shifting away from. How do we see US business? I mean, what part of strategy, how to understand the build-up of US business, specifically with this new diplomatic situation being there?
Christopher, you want to answer this? Since he's not able to connect. Yes, Mihir, I do agree with you. There is a bit of uncertainty with reference to US. It has affected the number of students going from all over the globe to US. We believe this is temporary and things should change. Keeping in mind, even US universities are dealing with the overall student numbers, and they too need international students to fund their education and the different departments. So, as of today, our US business is very small. So once things get stabilized, I think we should reap the benefit of that one.
Understood. Sure. And just on a broad cut basis, sir, wanted to understand. I mean, how easy or how comfortable or how difficult is it for us to change a university? Well, broadly, let's say 3 years back, the university which used to be there in top 5, and now the universities which are there in top 5, are they similar or are they different? I mean, how easy or difficult is it for us to get revenue from different universities or get business from different universities?
These depends upon various factors, and the change in the top 5 or top 10 is not because we have changed the demand for one university over the other. It can be any particular university comes up with a specific scholarship or some kind of a specific deal which helps to push their number higher compared to other peer universities, and that's why there will be a churn in the overall top 5.
Understood. Sure. And just last question was on the September intake. What kind of growth in number of enrollments should one consider for September intake? Should it be close to the what of first quarter growth has been?
It should be in line with, if I don't, as of today, I don't see any major impact. So if things remain same, it should be in line with the current growth rate.
Understood. And September intake accounts for 30-35% of the business for full year?
September intake would account for quarter
Here,
September?
September intake will not account, but if you see quarter 3 will be higher because of September intake.
Okay. Understood. Yeah. Sure. That's it, sir. That's it from my side. Thank you very much.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Rahil from Crown Capital. Please go ahead.
Hello. Can you hear me, sir?
Yes.
Yes,
you're
Rahil.
Yes. Hi, good evening. So firstly, on the revenue growth front, year-on-year, you have posted a healthy 30% growth, and even for your annual growth rates in the past have been pretty strong, 50% plus. So now, given the current business scenario, what kind of a growth CAGR, outlook can you share on an overall annual basis for this year and next year? Any visibility
Sure.
of sort?
Again, as said, if we don't see anything changing, if things remain same, we believe similar level of growth as we have seen quarter-on-quarter basis.
So for FY26 overall, we can expect this 30% and plus?
Wait, actually saying yes.
Is that a yes? Yeah. Sorry, I couldn't hear you there. Yeah. Okay. And then coming to this margins front, although, on year-on-year basis in this quarter, they have dropped a bit, but 29% margin seems pretty strong. So are these sustainable, or is there a scope for improvement there?
These are sustainable. There's always 1 or 2% of margin up and down kind of thing, but these are sustainable margin.
And let's say if we were looking at any sort of improvement, how will it happen? Any certain criteria the management is looking at to improve these margins?
We don't believe there'll be a substantial change in the margin front. So it should remain in line with what it is.
Okay. So 29%, give or take 1% is something which you can continue for coming years.
Yeah. But again, keep in mind that margins are different quarter-on-quarter basis as well. Quarter 1 margin is normally higher compared to other quarters because quarter 1 have more modern universities where your take rates are higher.
Okay. Quarter 1 has more margins, but then overall you'll be able to
maintain the similar margin as maintained last year.
Maintain as last year, FY25. But FY25, I think you posted 25%. So which one?
Yes.
I think 25 will be more reasonable one.
The 25% number is more reasonable?
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Whenever you are considering the margin, you should compare same basis. So year-on-year basis.
Year-on-year basis. Okay. Okay, sir. I'll get back in you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mayank Agrawal from Scientific Investment. Please go ahead.
Hi. Hope I'm audible.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. Hi. Thank you for the opportunity. I have 3 questions. The first question is regarding with over 50% of the revenue coming from our institutions, from UK. And so what safeguards are in place to mitigate client concentration risk going forward?
Can you repeat your questions once again, please?
Yeah. So with over 50% of the revenue coming from just 3 institutions, so what safeguards are in place to mitigate client concentration risk going forward?
Yeah. In terms of diversification, we have acquired a company called Raj Consultants last year, and which will be helping us diversify into US market. We are also expanding into other regions like Dubai, Ireland, New Zealand. So those things also should help us diversify and reduce concentration. Hello?
Hello, Mayank.
As there is no response, can we move to the next question?
Yes, please.
Okay. The next question is from the line of Mohammed Sufyan from Dinero Cap. Sir, please go ahead.
Thank you, sir, for the opportunity, and congratulations for the good set of numbers. So I just want to understand, if I was just looking at the realization, the revenue to the number of applications. So it was in Q1, this FY26 was around 19,000, compared to Q1 of FY25 was 24,000, and for full year FY25 was around 30,000. So how we should look going ahead? The realization is falling or should be in the vicinity of right?
Realization, if you are counting from the number of student application, then number of application by revenue will not match, because applications are done 6 to 9 months ahead of the intake. But revenue you get
So you're not audible.
per unit revenue, because these are the very sensitive data and might affect the business.
Repeat again, sir? Your voice is breaking.
You are calculating the student based on number of student application by the total revenue of the quarter. Correct?
Yeah.
But that is not a right way of calculation, because we process the application 6 to 9 months ahead of the intake. We normally don't prefer giving a realization per student, because it's a sensitive data which might affect the business continuity.
Okay. So what metrics should we look at then for this thing, for the growth?
In terms of key metrics, number of applications processed shows you the future growth which the company can acquire. Like in FY first quarter of 25, we did 65,000 of number of applications. This year, the same period we did 110,000 number of applications. This shows the revenue for quarter 3 and quarter 4 will be higher for compared to last year.
At the same time, to add to what Manish said, we've also diversified in our source market and are expanding into multiple geographies. At the same time, we are also diversifying into different destination market as well. Those should also bring in more applications and helping in higher revenue in future.
Okay. And two questions, sir. One, if we see seasonally, so best quarter will be the Q3 or just Q2?
Q4.
And which will be the main quarter?
The main quarter will be Q4. The main or the biggest quarter will be Q4.
So which will be almost like majority of the revenue comes in that Q4?
Almost 40%. It's a thumb rule. Quarter 4 will be roughly 40%. Quarter 3 is usually roughly 30%. Quarter 1 is 20%. And quarter 2 is 10%.
Okay, so Q2 will be the leanest and Q4 will be the strongest one, right?
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, and so just to understand one thing, if an applicant want to apply directly, so I'm going to say, why will they use this Crizac platform? Like it will be to a specific university only, that's why they might be using it, or I can apply directly or something like that?
Our candidates are allowed to apply directly to the university. Usually a candidate would go to a local agent for support, guidance, visa advice, and a lot of other support service they might need. These agents, since they don't charge to a student, there is no reason why a student will not use our agent service. That's why most of the students would go and prefer to go to a local agents.
Okay. So that can hamper our growth, and to say our agents use our platform so we can benefit from this. Trying to understand.
Pardon? So agents use our platform at the moment.
Okay. And what are the likely peers for you, sir, if try to understand? One is IDP, right?
Yes, IDP could be the peer, but IDP is more brick and mortar business. Our peers would be Applybo, Crizac Consultant.
Come again? Sir, come again? I didn't.
Yeah, our peers would be Applybo, Crizac
Okay.
Consultant. A couple of examples.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir. All
Thank
the
you.
best for the future.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Yatharth Manish Hingar from IGE India. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Hi. So congratulations on the results. I just had a couple of questions I wanted to ask. Three, the students and the applications you process, do you conduct any background checks for the same?
Yeah, whenever we get an application, we do our due diligence for those applications.
Okay, and how long do you see the background checks?
Pardon?
How long does it take for you to decide a student whether they can come through Crizac and do the applications?
I'm not able to understand you, Yatharth.
I was asking you, background checks you mentioned you conduct. How long does it usually take for you to do those background checks for one student?
It doesn't take too much. Many of these informations are available online where we can verify, for example, somebody who has submitted ILPS scorecard. We have those credentials from the ILPS provider or PT provider where we can verify their documents. So in most of the cases where we have any doubt, we verify the documents electronically. And these are done almost on a immediate basis.
Okay. And secondly, we've seen Dubai being one of finance and growing markets in education as well. And there are many US opening the branches in Dubai, for example, New York University, NYU. Are there any changes in the application types in the process for the same?
Again, Yatharth, the line is not clear. Can you just repeat once again?
Sorry. I was asking, since large universities are now being going to branches, example, university, are there any changes in the application process for the same?
I mean, I believe you're asking that multiple universities are opening campuses in different jurisdictions. No, the process remains same and consistent, so it won't make any difference in application processing method.
Okay.
Sorry to interrupt. Mr. Yatharth, can we seem there is an audio loss from your line? Maybe request you to please check it or bring the device closer to you.
Is this fine? Is it better?
Yes.
Sorry, I have a question. From the revenue you receive from the universities, does the ranking of the university have a correlation with the revenue you earn from them?
Not really.
Okay, and this is the last question. What would you say is the ratio of your applications from undergraduate to postgraduate? How many are undergrad usually and how many are postgrad?
Sure. For UK, it would be 75% postgrad, 25% undergrad.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir.
Thank you, Dr.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Niharika from Anand Rathi. Please go ahead.
Hello, sir. Firstly, congratulations on a good set of numbers. My question is primarily around the cost of services. I think this quarter we saw 100 bits rise in the cost of services. So I just want to ask, what is the trend that we can expect going forward? What is going to be cost of services as a percentage of our total revenue? And will it be lower from here on, or will we maintain or broadly 65 to 70% range for the whole year?
Hi, Niharika. Current first quarter, our cost of services is 64.13% of the revenue. Normally, quarter one is margins are high, but if you see on an overall year basis, it will be around 70%. And we expect in near future, it remains to be around 70% only.
Okay. Okay, that's helpful. And so secondly, have we seen a change in number of applications per agent increase post the IPO? Has there been some sort of momentum that we're seeing there?
Since the IPO came only last month, there is not huge difference in. It's very difficult to guess the change in number of applications because of that one. Normally, it's end of major academic year, which is September. So there's by default increase in application flow. So for us to make a differentiate between the impact of IPO would be difficult to gauge.
Okay, sir. No problem. Thank you, sir. Thank you and all the best.
Thanks, Nayata.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Kunal Shah from Carnelian. Please go ahead.
Hi, this is Kunal Shah from Carnelian. Just one question I had, how are we looking at particularly UK, applications to kind of go for this year and next 1 year as well, considering, there have been a lot of talks that it's becoming difficult, or rather the number of students going to UK for study is kind of coming down. So if you would want to share your thoughts and how are we seeing it, because our application numbers are kind of increasing. So if you want to share some thought on that, sir.
Sure. Kunal, the number for us have been growing for UK, and we believe it will remain strong. Again, number of students going out of India is increasing. If you look at other destinations like US, Canada, their numbers are restricted because of policies. So, in my opinion, this number growth for UK should remain quite healthy.
Right. And within that, for us, we are gaining market share. And how do you see our further market share basically as a number of students going to UK and within that through us?
We are seeing growth, and there are multiple factors. One, definitely growth in UK, but at the same time, the company is expanding into different jurisdictions as well. So, overall, as a result, there is a growth in total numbers.
Got it. And you don't see a challenge for that number basically to come down or any problems for that, right?
No, we don't see any challenges as such. If market remains same, we believe a 30% growth in our numbers.
Sure, sir. And also, you would help understand the inbound strategy as well, right? We have been doing a lot of work in increasing, various countries when it comes to inbound as well. So, if you could help understand a little bit on that particular piece as well, right?
Sorry, what do you mean by inbound?
The inbound applications that we receive from countries other than India.
Yeah. So there has been growth. What we have seen is compared to last year, it was 35%. We are almost closer to 50%, 50-50 from India and outside India.
Got it. Okay, thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Lima from PBL. Please go ahead.
Oh, thank you. Can you hear me all right?
Yes.
Thank you. Thanks for the opportunity. Just 3 questions from me, please. Firstly, and it's sort of like an extension to the previous question, we've seen this migration white paper in the UK, and given it's your largest destination market, what's the outlook I mean, you mentioned that you think 30% is sustainable. Is that because you're getting more market share, or if it's because you're expanding your source countries? Thank you. That's the first question.
Chris, you want to answer that?
Yeah, sure. Hi there. Thank you for the question. In terms of the white paper coming out, I think that this has had basically a positive effect in the market because it's given clear guidance and certainty, which is allowing everyone to move forward with confidence, and therefore UK market is pretty stable with actually, if you look at the latest data, some increases in the student numbers year on year. So yes, we hope to continue expanding market share, particularly outside India. At the same time, UK market has a stable outlook because of the forward guidance from the government.
Thank you. And then I guess even though Indian students, the demand is still there going to study abroad, are you seeing a change in destination preference? You know, are students going to other countries instead of the traditional, I guess, Big Four?
Yes, there's definitely growing demand for what you might call new or alternative destinations, such as South Asian students going to Dubai or Chinese students going to Malaysia and Singapore. However, we believe that these new destinations are emerging as a result of increasing global demand for overseas education. So it's not Big Four or new destinations. We believe that both can continue growing over the long term.
Yeah, that makes sense. Thank you. Last question. In the prospectus, I think it was mentioned that even though Crizac is currently a B2B business model, over time you probably be looking at expanding into B2C via inorganic growth acquisitions. Is that something you're actively looking at, or do you think that's going to be somewhere down the road?
There's nothing immediate at the moment. We are working on that one, and as and when we find a right company, we'll look at that to walk that path.
And may I ask what kind of matrix or characteristics you be looking at, like to be the right target for you?
I mean, we are still evaluating the options. It's still evolving. So again, as I said, we need to find the right company, right jurisdictions. We want to start that vertical. So nothing is finalized at this stage for us to make a comment on that one. I'll say it's still a bit early.
Yeah, thank you. That makes sense. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Om Prakash from Plutus Capital. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. I just had an academic question. The revenue what you generate, like maybe this 850 crores of revenue generated last year, and I just want to know how is this? Whom do you bill this? Like this revenue is generated, like just an hypothetical case, an agent uploads the application and you process it, and and whom do you bill for this revenue?
We to the universities.
So the university will pay you on a per application basis.
On per enrollment basis.
Per enrollment basis.
Yeah.
So suppose an agent gives you 100 applications. Out of that, how many will get enrolled?
Only this is again a sensitive data which is not disclosed on our DSP, and I think it's a quite sensitive data for our business. But these changes from agent to agent, and it changes from university to university. So there is no defined matrix as such.
Yeah, suppose in UK, suppose there's a base business school or something in UK. So if someone agent has uploaded an application for the base business school, on you process it, right?
Yes.
And process it on behalf of base business school.
Yeah. So if you consider
this an academic question because I'm not able to understand this revenue. So that's
I understand. I mean, it can go from let's say 5% to 15%. 5%
to 15% of what?
Of application received.
Okay, so that may get enrolled. Okay.
So as you said, if I receive 100 applications, it can go as 5%.
To 15%. The range is that of acceptance. Yeah. That is the acceptance range. So on that basis, suppose in 100 applications he is processed and you get 10 is enrolled. So on a per application, the university will pay you.
For that 10 student university will pay us.
University will pay you.
Yeah.
The way school will pay you.
Correct. For those 10 students.
And this is what we see that suppose you have done around 2,75,000 when you say it is applications. Out of that, how much is accepted or this is our accepted number? Enrolled number?
These are the applications done by us.
Okay. So a percentage of it would have only got enrolled.
Correct.
So the billing from the university on a basis is on a hypothetical case, what is the amount you get from an institution per?
Again, commercially sensitive data, we will not be able to disclose that.
But that runs out to be a very large number, right? If it is 2,75,000 you would have processed.
I appreciate that, but this is commercial sensitive data for us.
And the cost of services is what is that cost of services?
That's what we pay to the agent.
Out of what you receive, as a part you will give it to the agent. So the student approaches the agent and says that you please apply to this university through that agent. The agent will do it through you, and what amount you get, you will. So that is almost 60% is given back to the 60 or 70% is given it back to the agent.
Correct.
Is that the right way to understand?
Yes.
Okay. And this differs from universities to university. So there cannot be this cannot be modeled, right, for us. Suppose it's not that simple that you tell me there are 4 lakh applications have come and I can model it based on because you would have, if I see on a 2,75,000 you would have done 850 crores of revenues, almost 30,000 rupees or whatever, $400 around, or maybe 300 to 50 pounds per application. So it's not difficult for an analyst to model this, right? What I'm understanding is right?
Yeah, you're right to a good extent.
Okay. So the cost of services is what you pay to the agent, then your cost is only the employee cost and the platform cost, whatever you are incurred, right?
Yes.
So other than that, there is not any major cost for you?
Not any major cost.
Okay, fine. Thank you very much. Thanks for your.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Himanshu from Stylus Holdings. Please go ahead.
Yeah, hi. Firstly, I wanted to understand the timing on how the revenues are recognized versus how the cost of revenue delivery service are recognized. Is there a gap in that?
No. Like once the student enrolled at the university confirms the amount due to us. At that point of time, we recognize the revenue, and at the same point, we recognize the liability as well.
All right. So usually the admission cycle happens from fall, right? So you mentioned that the approvals etc. happen in the first half, and you recognize the revenues in the second half of from an Indian financial year perspective. Is that the right model?
No. Like university confirms probably after 1 to 2 months of the enrollment date. At that time we recognize the revenue, since the normal admission intakes are in fall and winter. That's why our H2 is higher than H1.
Okay. So roughly it should be around like 60 to 70% of the revenues are recognized in the second half and 30 to 40 in the first half.
Yeah, 730.
All right. But say when you look at the cost of services that you reported in this quarter, which is around 65%, 64%. Now, how does that then differ? Because I think on a blended basis, it's around 70%, right? So
Yes.
does that differ based on quarters or does it differ based on the university?
It's depend on the universities. Like probably in the summer, you only have a modern university where the take rate is a bit high. That's why your cost of services is a bit low. Your profit margin is higher in quarter one.
Okay, understood. Is there any ESOP expense currently being recognized in your P&L?
Yeah, we have given the ESOP to the employees and around 35 lakh of rupees, 35 lakh has been booked as an expense for ESOP, which will be vested 3 years down the line.
Oh, just 35 lakhs, is it? Or is it 35 lakh shares?
35 lakh, rupees 35 lakhs.
Okay, rupees 35 lakhs. Okay. Okay.
That's market price anyways.
Got it. The other question is around your expansion plans. Like, because till now you have largely been focused on the UK universities, which are primarily finance focused, rather than the US or the Canada-based universities, which have more of an engineering focus. So I presume that currently when you think of your agent network, also the 10,000 odd agents that you have today, they will also have more of the finance background candidates that they'll be able to source. So I should just highlight what are you kind of aspiring towards, say, in terms of agent expansion or in terms of the universities in Canada or US that you're trying to sign.
I mean, our agents get students for all the backgrounds, including science, business, healthcare, everything. So it's not that a particular agent get a student who is only interested in business or finance. Even today, if you look at roughly 30% of the students who goes would be for science and engineering background, rather than all into business or computing or healthcare. So it's a mixed bag.
Okay. So in terms of the agents as well, how does it like? Are there agents who are typically, say, from the universities, like the college teachers, etc., act as agents, or there are other institutions as well who become your agents, like individual institutions?
I mean, these are agents and counselors who guide the student. So anybody who has an access to the students, who give them the guidance, can be a part of our platform.
Yeah, I get that. My question was more on the type of these agents. Are they individuals who are, say, like college teachers or part-time professors, etc., who typically become your agent, or they are like institutions, like smaller base institutions who conduct coaching classes, etc.?
And most of our agents would be small and mid-sized business with multiple people working for them.
Okay. So in terms of the applications, so like you said, first quarter you had around 65,000 versus this time 110,000 applications that were sourced and processed. These will typically, primarily be from the small institutions, right? Who then cater to you just because you are empaneled in the university.
Yeah, it's a combination of small and mid-sized agents who are empaneled in our system.
And when we say that 65,000 has become 110,000 applications, so does that translate to people applying sooner, or is it translating to them applying? I'm just trying to understand how the expansion was driven. Was it driven by number of universities, number of candidates, number of agents? If you could just break that down.
It's a combination of both. There is some element of people applying a bit early, but likely we believe this is more because of the growth which will come in coming days, because students tend to apply a bit earlier, 3 to 6 months before the intake starts.
And the number of applications, is it like, are there as many candidates who have also applied, or as many candidates who applied for the universities at the same time?
No, these are unique applications, not the unique students. So there can be one student applying to 3 different universities. For example, this 1,10,000 are number of application on our system and not number of unique students.
What would be the typical range, like number of candidates are they applying for?
Average between 2 and 3. One student would apply to 2 or 3 institutions.
Got it. Just one last question from my side. Given whatever we have been hearing from the US aid, which could be kind of impacting or probably diverting more candidates towards UK universities, if you could just kind of quantify some data points around how it has seemed to have impacted you, say, in the last 3 months versus earlier.
Pat, you want to add this?
Yeah, so I mean, this is a recent trend. So in terms of hard data, there's not a lot of it yet. But what we do have in terms of anecdotal market sentiments and websites that track traffic and interest of students globally, we do believe there's a shifting demand from, say, US to UK and to other alternative destinations. And we expect that to come out in the data in the future. The important point to remember is that the tightening of some policy by the current US government has not dampened global demand for international education. So even if a student is no longer going to the US, they're going somewhere else.
Just to follow up on this point, is this trend kind of similar across countries? Like, because you have presence in India as well as Africa and China. So are you witnessing some such shift happening only primarily from Indian perspective, or even the African or the Chinese natives are also interested to probably try more on the UK-based universities rather than the US universities?
Of course, there are always local variations in terms of what the second choice might be. However, it can be said generally that your typical student that is interested in going to US, their second choice will quite often be the UK. Of course, there is regional variation, just particularly to do with geography. But you can say that it's a trend not just in India.
All right, great. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, please limit to 2 questions per participant and come back in the queue for a follow-up. The next question is from the line of Samarth Patel from Equirus Securities Private Limited. Please go ahead.
Thanks so much for providing me the opportunity. My question is, how do we plan to build a high-quality agent network in geographies like, let's say, Nigeria, Southeast Asia, China, given the interest from students in outbound education, particularly for UK? And would it be primarily to improve supply of students going to only UK, or this can also help us in terms of expanding to other geographies such as, let's say, US or Australia as well?
Yeah, so the great thing about our model is that our business development in terms of building agent networks in different geographies, the strategy remains the same across any geography, which is that initially we conduct outreach to agents to have them sign up on the platform. And then once we build traction, word of mouth takes hold, and we have agents signing up in an organic way. And yeah, we build and have built our agent networks in Nigeria and in China using the same business development model. In terms of whether these agent networks are sending students just for the UK, most agents on the ground service the demand of students on the ground. So they can send to anywhere that Crizac has options. So currently, we are sending majority students to UK, but as we build out other destinations, we have an agent network already on board to send to any destination that is popular.
Understood. That was clearly helpful, Chris. That's it from my side, and thanks for providing me the opportunity.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Ashish Parekh from MK Investment Managers Limited. Please go ahead.
Yeah. Hello. Am I audible?
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you. So my question was, say, in terms of an agent, if I am an agent and I want to connect with your platform, so how would I find the platform to get registered on it? Do you have people on ground to, find these agents and get them registered on your network? Or is there any mechanism? Please, can you speak on that?
Yes, we do have people on ground who guide, identify, and help those agents to register on platform. But at the same time, many of these many of these agents come on our platform organically from word of mouth.
Okay, just to follow up, so can you just provide any number of people that are actively on ground or any ballpark numbers?
We have over 60 plus marketing managers who are involved in marketing process.
Okay, understood. And my second question would be, say, in terms of your top 10 or top 5 agents, so in terms of stickiness, so are they with you since a long time, or your churning of the top agents is frequent? Can you throw some light on this?
No, I mean, the churning of agents is not very high. We have agents who have been with us for since the inception of business as well.
Okay. And just last question. So in terms of their, revenue share, so if an agent brings in, say, 10 applications, 20 applications, so is there any dynamic pricing, or do the agent get paid on a flat basis?
Typically, an agent gets paid on a flat basis, but we do have some incentive mechanism for people who bring in a higher number of applications.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Varun Singh from AAA PMS. Please go ahead.
Am I audible?
There's a background.
Okay. Yes, just 1 second. Is it better now?
Yes. Thank you.
Yeah, so my first question is 2% of your revenue in this quarter is a loss from forward contracts. So that's a meaningful amount. Just wanted to understand, what exactly is this line item? And how should we maybe expect this number in future? For example, in FY26.
Hi. We always hedge our inward remittance against the forex fluctuation. So this quarter, we had a loss of around 4.5 CR because we have booked we have hedged the amount at a lower rate, but the major currency pound and euro has gone up. It might happen we are seeing as a loss in terms of line item, but this also higher revenue because proceed at a higher conversion rate.
Mm-hmm. No, so for a medium term point of view, like 1 year, 2 year, how should we expect this hedging cost as an element of our business model?
So,
that's the primary question.
Sure. These hedging costs are variable. This year, the pound has moved abruptly compared to a standard movement. That's why you're seeing this as a notional loss. Tomorrow, the pound goes down, these loss will disappear. And at the same time, as said, in case if it doesn't go low, in that case, the money what we receive will be at a higher conversion rate of a pound, which will give a higher revenue to the company. So if you look at net, there won't be any impact on the business.
Okay, understood. And my second question is on, the linkage between application growth and, I understand conversion or enrollment could be any number between 7% to 15%. But still, for example, in FY24, 50% growth in application converted into just 34% revenue growth. And then in FY25, only 5% growth in application. And just 5% growth resulted in 34% growth in revenue. So there is a huge difference in terms of the conversion itself. I don't know what the reasoning behind it. Just wanted some clarity behind, because our current number of 59-60% application growth is quite healthy. So if you can explain the FY25 and 24 linkage of application growth not tying up squarely with the growth that we have experienced. That's my last question.
In terms of growth of application compared to quarter one of 24 to 25, we had a roughly 70% growth. Last quarter we did 65,000 students. This quarter we did 110. This growth should translate into a higher number of students going abroad, which means higher revenue. Based on, again, this is subjected to conversions. But if the conversions remain similar, we believe this would lead to roughly 30% growth in the business on an annual basis.
So actually my question is on the annual number itself. FY25 number of applications, just 5% growth, and that translated to 34% revenue growth. I think as you pointed out that 8 to 9 months early we start taking applications, and maybe that's the cycle which converts. So from that point of view, what explains this higher enrollment in FY25 and maybe lower enrollment in FY24? That was the question.
I'm still trying to understand your questions.
Yeah, sure. On slide number 4, you have given the rate on number of applications processed by geography. So FY25, 2.75 lakh is the number of applications processed. That is just 5% growth compared to 2.62 lakh applications that we processed in FY24.
Understood your point.
Yeah.
In between FY24 and FY25, there was a review called MAC review in May 25, I believe. 24, sorry. That has kind of there was a debate in UK government whether they want to continue with the post-study work visa or not. That had affected or that had made the student to wait and understand the impact. This review came positive, and there was no major change in immigration policy during the MAC review. That's why you're seeing a lower number of applications processed during that period. But after the MAC review was done, the students who were more serious about applying had applied, and those conversions was higher because of those students who were serious about going there.
Okay. So that's the reason that despite only 5% application growth, maybe conversion rate was significantly higher. That's
right. Yes.
Okay, all right. And in FY24, only 34% growth compared to more than 50% application growth. What explains that part then?
Okay, if you're comparing application to revenue growth,
yes, sir.
Because revenues comes on a academic intake basis, while application growth happens earlier, 6 to 9 months earlier.
Yeah.
So you will always see that deviation.
And which should be rectified from the financial year perspective, right? From 12 months point of view.
That's right. If you look at the 12 month point of view, you'll see some consistency on that one.
At the same time, as the company is growing with higher volume of applications and students, there will be some delta generated for higher volume in terms of revenue as well, as we do get volume discount.
Sure. Thank you very much. Wish you all the best.
Thank you.
Thank you. The next question is from the line of Mihir Manohar from Carnelian Asset Management. Please go ahead.
Thanks for giving the follow. Sir, I wanted to understand the revenue recognition side. When do we recognize revenue? Is it only when the student gets enrolled in the university? Also, when do we recognize the revenue and when do we recognize the commission expenses?
We recognize the revenue. Hello?
Yes, sir. Yes.
We recognize the revenue once the student is enrolled at the university and the university confirms us that the amount is payable to us. At that moment, now when it comes to cost of sales, we recognize it immediately once we book the revenue.
Okay, understood. Sure. The second question was on the split between PG and UG. In enrollment, what will be the split between PG and UG, and in applications, what would be the broader split between PG and UG?
Normally, 75% of applications are postgraduate and 25% are undergraduate.
Okay, and even in enrollment, the split remains the same?
Yes.
Okay, understood. And just my last question was more on the UK side. When we see, over the last 5 years, the number of students enrolled in UK has gone up substantially, especially Rishi Sunak also being there, also helped. Now, we saw for the skilled worker visa program, situations getting more tightened. There is increasing salary threshold limits, as well as the level 3 qualification going up to level 6. And there are talks of this a special fee getting introduced. So, how do we see the overall situation in UK? Specifically for the immigration side with regards to student immigration, if that situation gets more tightened, and especially given the fact that the base has gone quite sharply up. So how to understand the situation from here on?
Okay.
Hello?
Hi. Right? You there?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'm there.
Continue again.
Sorry. Could you just repeat the question? I wasn't able to understand.
Yeah, sure. So broadly, what I'm asking is, when we see over the last 5 years, the number of students enrolled in UK, specifically from India, has gone up from 20,000 to 175,000. And also Rishi Sunak being there, who was Indian origin Prime Minister, got a benefit around there. When we see, specifically for skilled worker visa program that is getting going gradually more tightened, if that translates into student worker visa program also, student visa graduate as well as the graduate, will it not be a challenge for us? Because given the fact that the base itself has gone up almost 7x, 8x in the last 5 years.
It's not our area of expertise to forecast this kind of exact thing in the UK economy. What we can see is robust demand from Indian students to go and study in the UK. And that's what our business is focused on. So from our perspective, we see that the demand from India is still robust and everyone is connected. The world is connected. If there were not a return on investment for Indian students going to study in the UK, then everyone would know about it quickly and we would see a change in the demand. So for us, the most intuitive way of judging and forecasting this is to look at the demand, and demand is still robust in our view.
Understood. Fair point. And the September intake anyways is 30%. Fair point. Yeah. That's it from my side. Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, that was the last question for today. I now hand the conference over to management for closing comments.
Thank you very much, everybody, for taking time to join our investor meet. We thank you all for giving us time, and thanks for your valuable questions. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you. On behalf of Equirius Securities Private Limited concludes this conference. Thank you for joining us, and you may now disconnect your line.